Alright, so just imagine it's your birthday or your anniversary or something like that, and your significant other one gives you this little box to celebrate that event. Then you definitely know you found your right life partner. Anyway, check this out. Oh, it's so pretty. So yeah, I like this presentation. Ooh. As you've probably already figured out, what we have here is the Alpitude. I always need to double check the spelling because it's Alpitude, not altitude, which autocorrect always want to correct it to. Anyway, this is the Superleggero. It's funny how all the Italian brands have something they call Superleggero. Anyway, super light, I guess. So this is the Superleggero cage. This is the UD finish, which is the cheapest version of this cage. And as you see, it's a very simple, very light. So the interesting thing about this cage is the little stopper is actually separate from the cage itself. So like that. I think we get some screws as well. Yes, we do. Basically like this. And why they done this is probably a manufacturing issue. I don't know. You have maybe seen, for example, the Carbon Works cage and the Toe Peak made a similar copy style of that one, which have that integrated. So I don't know if that's to get around the whole patent issue or whatever. I don't know. But the thing I like about this is actually this will sit much higher on the frame. If you remember the build video on my titanium bike, I couldn't actually use the Toe Peak cage because this was too long, so the bottle actually hit the tube. But with this really short one, I can actually use this on my titanium frame. So just a close up here, we have the Alpitude logo, very small here. You don't basically see it if you don't know it's there, and the bolts. So let's just check the weight. That's where we're here for. Hello to you. So the cage itself, 8.3. Of course we need a little hookimaging thing. 9.6 and included bolts, which are T25. So 12.5 grams all in. That is pretty sweet, I have to say. And since I have two, let's check if there are some unit variation. So that's 8. All the gear. 12.3, so 0.2 grams lighter. Score! Now I always go on how much I like my Arundel cages. Even this tuned one has seen a lot of years and still going strong. Well, actually it's not still going strong because I tuned this part, which made this a bit sketchy. So it's actually starting to crack right there. Probably can't see it, but so I figured it was time to retire this cage anyway. And I always wanted to go with one of those super light ones, especially for the road bike that doesn't see much shatter or uneven roads. So yeah, one thing that you should keep in mind if you're thinking about these types of cages, they're missing the hook that goes into this part on the bowl, which would obviously keep it more secure. This feels plenty secure, and this will go like this, for those wondering, like so. But every time you put the cage in the frame, there's always that risk of scratching the frame when you don't have this little hook kind of protecting the frame when you push it in. Might be a good thing to know, at least if you're thinking about something like this. We'll see how this holds up in the end. I know some people will obviously think this is too sketchy for me. I always want to try for myself. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. They look the part at least. One of these days I will make one of these videos without any cuts. That definitely didn't happen this time. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Peace.